Rita continued to do good, serving her family and acquaintances with joy and dedication.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I haven't eaten anything in days. Rita, you are such a lovely person. Thank you very much.
In all her tasks, she asked Mary for help, to understand how to serve those people who were suffering. Time went by, and the way Paolo carried himself day to day began to catch Rita's attention. The context of his work created many difficulties within him, causing him to have many conflicts and misunderstandings. And this naturally reflected in his behavior at home and in the way he treated Rita. Blind to what he was becoming, Paolo continued to sink into his lower impulses. He then began to be rude and harsh in the way he spoke and even treated his wife in simple everyday situations. Complaints, grievances, demands, all of this had now become part of Rita's daily life. What to do? Once again, in her pain, Rita turns to Maria to understand how to help her husband.
Minha Senhora, nos socorra em nosso sofrimento. Somos imperfeitos, buscando a nossa perfeição. Nos oriente com seu coração. Minha Mãe Maria, contigo ao nosso lado, encontraremos a nossa redenção. Seguindo as pegadas, os ensinamentos de Jesus, transformando o nosso coração em um jardim florido, transbordando de amor e compreensão, tendo fé e a esperança em Deus, nosso Pai no Senhor.
In her prayers, Rita receives an inspiration. She realizes that in the simplest daily tasks, like cooking, she should wholeheartedly wish that the food would bring relief and comfort to Paolo in the face of his difficulties. At family gatherings, Paolo remained restless and agitated, treating not only Rita poorly but also everyone, including his grandmother. The way Rita reacted in these situations, always calm and gentle, began to draw the attention of other women.
Rita, it's a joy to have you with us today.
She starts being invited to visit the homes of some women in her family. On the way, she prays and remembers Maria. After all, no one is better than Our Lady to help us in moments when we serve those who suffer.
Rita, I am so happy you came. I really need to talk to you.
She was perceptive and knew that many women also face difficulties with their husbands. In a very simple way and without drawing attention to herself, Rita shares her way of being and reacting in the face of difficulties. And then comes her pregnancy, and with it, new contexts and new possibilities for helping others arise. This changes Paolo's inner state, and he becomes more gentle and affectionate with Rita again. He starts to listen to what she says. Here, she talks to him about forgiving offenses. Later, she talks about the joy we feel when we serve those who suffer. She demonstrates through her way of living how a simple act of help can be a blessing in many ways, if done with good intentions. Later on, Rita invites Paolo to pray together at the end of the day for the child that is about to be born. And so, a light begins to shine in Paolo's heart. Paolo starts accompanying Rita on some of her visits to acquaintances who had fallen ill. In this way, he begins to help his wife in this service, since she is pregnant.
May God truly bless you, dear Rita, and your beloved Paolo as well, for absolutely everything you have done.
With the birth of their first child, Paolo remains gentle and receptive toward Rita. She looks for various opportunities for him to become more involved with the teachings of Jesus. And now, with their little son, Rita encourages him to be present for more moments of prayer and conversations about the gospel. Now he allows himself to listen to Rita, even though he still doesn't have a genuine interest in the teachings of Jesus that she shares. Rita now has Paolo's company not only during her moments of prayer but also in daily tasks. She brings her husband a new understanding of Jesus, the Jesus that Paolo had never encountered before. In a very natural way, Rita would tell him about various moments from Jesus' life. When he compassionately helped a Samaritan woman, demonstrating his boundless love and acceptance. Lord, when he generously shared his own nourishing food with those who were truly hungry and in need, providing sustenance and comfort when Jesus would fervently pray, diligently seeking divine guidance and a deeper connection with God in every single moment of his earthly life, setting a profound example for all. Paolo still has to deal with the negative things that work stirs up in him, but now he no longer brings those difficulties home. A few years later, the couple was blessed with another child, and once again, the right circumstances were in place for Paolo to be even more attentive and receptive to what Rita brought. And year after year, Paolo allowed himself to cultivate a new inner state. He began to seek out Rita to talk about his work difficulties, confiding his personal struggles to her. Rita suggests that he seek inspiration through prayer, which he so desperately needed for this situation.
Minha Senhora, nos socorra em nosso sofrimento. Somos imperfeitos, buscando a nossa perfeição.
And his prayers had a sublime result. Paolo decides to change jobs. Happy, he shares his big news with his colleagues. Despite the new chapter that had begun for Paolo, he had already made many enemies who sought to plot against him.
Did you hear? Paolo has turned into a weakling. Our time has come.
A new life truly begins, especially for Paulo. Rita was finally beginning to reap the good fruits together with her husband, until one day arrived that would be very bitter for Rita's heart and would bring deep pain to everyone. On that day, Paulo was late coming home from work. She sensed something was wrong and went to look for him. Her heart told her that something serious had happened to him. Rita couldn't believe what she saw. Her husband had passed away. And once again, with her soul torn apart, she turns to Mary, asking for her help.
Minha Senhora, nos socorra em nosso sofrimento. Somos imperfeitos, buscando a nossa perfeição. Minha Senhora, nos socorra em nosso sofrimento. Somos imperfeitos, buscando a nossa perfeição. Nos oriente com seu coração. Minha Mãe Maria, contigo ao nosso lado, encontraremos a nossa redenção. Seguindo as pegadas, os ensinamentos de Jesus, transformando o nosso coração em um jardim florido, transbordando de amor e compreensão, tendo fé e a esperança em Deus, nosso Pai no Senhor.
Minha Senhora, nos socorra em nosso sofrimento. Somos imperfeitos, buscando a nossa perfeição. Nos oriente com seu coração. Minha Mãe Maria, contigo ao nosso lado, encontraremos a nossa redenção. Seguindo as pegadas, os ensinamentos de Jesus, transformando o nosso coração em um jardim florido, transbordando de amor e compreensão, tendo fé e a esperança em Deus, nosso Pai no Senhor. Seguindo as pegadas, os ensinamentos de Jesus, transformando o nosso coração em um jardim
de amor e compreensão, tendo fé e a esperança em Deus, nosso Pai.